So is that Dave right there?
Yeah,
That's David. That's Middletown, Rhode Island.
must
So
have been
how old was Dave there?
Oh, was he?
about 9, wasn't he?
No, let's see. He was going to middle school. How old are you when you go to middle school?
13, 14?
Yeah, he's about 13 or 14. His team won state championship, Rhode Island.
So what was that, a Quidnick? Uh-oh, look at that.
Is it?
Do y'all see that?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Look,
yeah.
Mom, you're smoking a cigarette.
oh, hers. Look, he looked like me there.
This is Virginia Beach. Look at that.
Hey,
Richard
it's
Randall.
Richard Randall. You met him, didn't you, Brian?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. I just can't remember.
That's Lewis.
So
That's
long.
Lewis. He took Lewis fishing.
Been so long ago.
If
Did-
Lewis-
Were those that was our, I remember that station wagon.
yeah, we had a gray. There it is.
I bought
Look at
that
it.
brand new.
We bought it brand new.
I remember. You remember what the license plate was?
Yep.
B-U-E, Bew.
That was that turnip field in the back of our house. We kicked up turnips for a couple of years until the grass really took over.
We really did, Dad. We actually cooked some of them.
And we had Timmy, the kitty cat, that we brought down from Newport. And there was not a single tree on the lot. It was a turnip field. And so there was no place for that cat to go up the tree. The dogs around there. And so she went up the side of the house, got up on the roof, and came down the chimney.
That was the way she.
And that was her modus
that was
operandi.
always the way she got around.
And y'all keep saying she, and Timmy was a boy.
That's correct.
Why do we
Dad, do you
yards
remember the
together?
lights there around the patio?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at my. I was 37, I think. Yeah, I was 37, exactly.
Your hair
Now,
was
this
black.
is when you guys went on that trip to Lake Charles.
Oh, Lord.
We went down to Louisiana
Yeah.
to Cape, not Cape Charles, but
Wherever John Paul lived.
Lake Charles.
Lake Charles.
Lake Charles. Yeah.
Look at Louis. He had a ball. Lord. I've forgotten how old. Well, Missy was, not Missy, but Ricky was just born.
now that was the shooting range. We were putting up targets down there.
Look at John Paul. There's old Pap.
Mom, did you know Lewis and Dave were gonna be doing all this?
Well, I didn't know for sure, but I know John Paul, and he, that's the kind of stuff he does. He doesn't care about safety or even think about it. John Paul looks kind of like a movie star.
I always thought he looked like a movie star too, like Elvis.
But when he got old, he didn't.
Well, nobody does when they get old.
Dad and I look good.
That's a pretty good shot, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, the camera actually, Dad, I looked at this before, and you know what? You know who's not in it? You. You never once gave the camera to John Paul.
He was taking the film. He didn't care.
I know, but I wish Dad had gotten in it.
I do too. Look how handsome John Paul is. What's Davey and Louis looking at? What are they looking at?
And this
Look
is
how handsome.
this is before Nyla, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a movie star, doesn't he?
He had a girlfriend down there.
As usual. He always
Oh
had
yeah, we'll get a shot of her coming up.
yeah. He had a few people he slept with, as far as I remember.
Watch Pap here, Mom.
Huh?
He looked like he was gonna hit Lewis.
He did that all the time. He was famous for doing that. But those kids bothered the heck out of him on that trip, I think. Pap doesn't look too terribly fat. John Paul loved Pap.
Dad, how long did y'all stay down there?
About 10 days.
10 days?
Yeah.
Good Lord, poor John Paul. There
Uh-oh,
she is.
There she is.
She lived in the neighborhood, I think.
She lived in that same house.
She lived where John Paul lived?
Yeah. Wonder she's still alive.
Who knows?
John Paul's car, that was his swamp buggy. We went into the swamp with that thing.
Yeah, Mom, look at them shooting this gun. They almost shoot the dog.
I know it. I know it. Scared me to death. It's like you slicing that orange. I know, it was terrible. Just terrible.
Dad, Mom didn't know y'all were doing that, did she?
Of course not.
Brian, we had to keep some things from your mother.
You said it. Oh, I would have been a misery on that trip.
Well, those
Oh,
alligators.
Where did we go, Mom? Were we just stayed home or did we go to Rock?
You and I went to Katie's and Richard's.
Oh, okay.
This
Katie had just had the baby, Ricky. And she and Richard were not getting along. Oh, this is RMA. Oh, look.
Arvin Williams.
Arvin Williams. When he was president. Lord, how many years ago was that?
That's when I went on the alumni board.
Oh, there's
McFall,
Lyle McFall,
Charlie Corder,
Charlie Corder, and
Stuart
Corder. He
Colonel
just
Mills.
died.
Captain Colonel Mills.
Was he still there when you were there?
Yeah,
Colonel
he was still there. Look, Mom.
Look up there. That's Babe, isn't it? Or
No, I don't think that's our dog. We had Tippy, I think.
oh, I
Now,
thought
Dad,
that
look
was
at
their-
Avtex.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was their dog.
Now, is this the quality court? I don't know where this is.
Okay, we stayed across the street, but remember that was another motel that was open. The people that owned our motel said we could go down there and swim as long as they told us. He told them. Yeah.
So this was Front Royal?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. No, this was Washington, D.C.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
We went on, remember going to Washington?
no, for what?
I don't know what we were doing there, what were we going
Just
for.
vacation.
We went to see Gary and Jane Gibbons.
Oh, okay.
Is that you?
That was
That's
Dave.
Louis.
Oh,
David.
I thought,
That's
how could they,
Davy.
I can't tell the difference between David.
That's why I was wondering if that was Front Royal because the movie's mixed up. It's
Yeah, no, that was right after we went. Well, no, there's our RMA. Well, maybe no, that couldn't have been because they didn't come with us to RMA when.
well, there's David right there.
Well, they did come to once to homecoming. That was it. This trip. Yeah. Y'all all came one time.
Why did we do this crazy Thanksgiving with all these people? Where was this?
This was with Katie's husband, Richard Randall, and his parents and their daughters, and the daughters' husbands and their kids. That's all the kids are next door. Mr. and Ms. Randall's grandkids.
I was CO of the Saginaw at that time.
There's Ricky. There's
Yeah,
Ricky.
now that's Katie, and this was where Rick was born. There's Daddy. There's Mama.
Mom, you're being dramatic here in a few
I'm
minutes.
showing off for those good-looking single guys. I had a habit of doing bad stuff like that. See how I acted? Oh, Lord, I was awful.
You were not. There's Mrs.
I don't mean
Randall.
you.
Now,
I don't mean we were.
there's
I was bad.
Richard Randall's sister and his mother.
There's Richard Randall's mother
There's Mrs. Randall.
and his sister. He had a nice sister. Where
No,
is
Mom. Hey, Mom, look at this scene. You're not happy here at all.
he? Neither is Mom. Neither is Grandma. That's Grandma. Yeah, I wasn't happy.
Look at you, skinny Minnie.
No, I was not happy with y'all. Y'all were driving me crazy. Mother and Dad were so glad we were leaving, I think. See, Mom isn't happy. She keeps looking at mostly Louie. Well, I don't know. Davy acted up pretty much that time. I'm still not happy, am I? Look at you, Dad. You're saying something. There you are, bye.
Dad, you're telling Lewis how to do the film.
Yeah.
And I'm showing off as usual.
And who is that little
When
guy?
did we go to the Holvies? This is the Holvies. Did we already live in Fairfax or were we still in Virginia Beach?
We were, well, I don't know.
No, Virginia Beach.
Well,
I was CO of the Saginaw. I remember that very well.
when we first moved back.
I had to have some special communications arrangements so they could get a hold of me as the CO of Saginaw while we were up in the mountains of the Holvies.
With the Holvies summer place.
Didn't our car break down on the way there?
The Holvies did.
Yeah, the
the Holvies did.
Holvies did.
Gosh, you got a good memory.
Yeah,
There you are. You were no bigger than a minute.
that was where, what's the name of the TV program?
The Waltons.
Waltons. Yeah, that's up in there where the Waltons
Yeah,
live.
I wonder if that cabin's still there.
I wonder. Remember, we all slept in the same room. Just
I don't remember anything about the inside. I remember the whole outside.
Yeah,
yeah, we all slept in a big room
I remember.
on cots and everything.
Did it have a
Yes.
bathroom or an outhouse?
Outhouse, I think. Is that Virginia Holvey?
Yeah.
No, right here. Yeah, I think so, right there.
Yeah, that's me over there. Oh, gosh. It's a hatchet. Axe.
That's Chip. There's Brian. Brian, you needed a haircut.
Everybody.
We
did.
all did back then.
That's
I know.
Bill Harvey.
I love Bill Holvey.
Now, when was this?
This was
Oh, now there's
Randy
Randy.
Goff again, Chip
Yeah.
Holvey, and Ben Smith.
Davey was the only one dressed up.
Chip's acting like it's going backwards.
Oh, Davey looked terrible. Where was Davey going?
Where were
The
you
rest of-
going, Mom? Look.
I don't know. There it is,
Fairfax.
Fairfax, 1974. This is where Louie and another boy got drunk down at the pool. They found some liquor They divided, they drank it. They drank it all.
I remember
They
that.
called me from the pool. Had to practically, somebody brought little.
There's old Timmy.
Look at his tail. He was not happy. Poor cat.
Poor thing. He put up with it.
He was a good cat. He just. Now,
just put
how
up
did
with-
Lewis break his leg?
Oh, let's see. I've forgotten how he broke it. Do you remember?
That
Was that
if they were
before we moved
down
from
at
Virginia Beach?
Before we moved from Virginia Beach, he broke his leg.
He
But
was-
when we got to Fairfax, he still was on crutches.
He was doing right at the beach. You can
Oh, that's right.
throw one of these
A
pieces.
skimboard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
skimboard.
Yeah. Davey looks like he's got a cigar in his mouth. What's that? Y'all's hair was so long. Look at you, Dave. Aren't you cute? Ooh. Dave didn't want to do it. He was at that age where he didn't want to, do it. Look at him. He didn't want to do it.
Who's this girl beside Dad?
I think that's one of Tyke Fury's.
Tyke Furies.
I believe
What
so.
were you doing with one of Tyke Furies? They weren't over. If they had been over our house, they would have taken the picture. I don't know who that is. You look gorgeous, Dad. Be in a movie. Oh, I don't know who she is. Absolutely don't know.
It might have been because this is from, I don't know, somebody's funeral.
Oh,
Brother Tony.
wasn't his funeral. Oh, this was one of the
Frank Lane and Diane.
Lane. And
That Drew.
oh, there's Tony and Pat. L. What is L?
That's Muncie.
Look at Muncie. Everybody's hair was, there's Aunt Grace. Whose funeral was it?
She lived to be 105.
Whose funeral was
Grace.
this, you think?
Grace Brown.
There's Marguerite, I think.
No,
Are you
That-
sure?
that's not Marguerite.
Well, where were we and what was
I
this?
think Rastus Brown died.
Oh, at my Aunt Grace's
Aunt
son?
Grace's husband died.
You think that's who it was?
That's the funeral we were at.
Whose house is that?
That's the one of the town manager of Salem. Good friends of Diane.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have, yeah, I guess they would though, I don't know who these people are. Oh, there's Frank Lane.
Frank Lane smoking. He lived to be like 95.
There's Muncie.
Now, is this Longwood? This your house?
Long
Longview.
Longview.
Yeah, when they were tearing it down
When
after
my-
Granddaddy died.
When my mother and father died, we went to live here. We lived here. I lived there from 1949 until I graduated from college in 1957.
But they kept the house there and all the
That's
property.
Pat, Tony's
Yeah.
wife,
They
Pat
kept the
Jones.
house and all the property there. And I don't know why, because they kept it a long time, and finally whoever bought it tore it down, tore down the house. But we would, every time we came to Salem, all of us would go and just look around at it. That was the back porch.
I spent a lot of time on that back porch.
We should have kept it in the family.
And right up there where on the
That's the sleeping porch.
right-hand side of your screen, that's the sleeping porch. That's where I slept. Granddad and I both slept out there
In the summer
in the
to
summertime.
cool off.
In the winter too.
There's Drew.
Drew, Tony,
Where are you?
I'm taking the picture.
Oh, you're always taking the picture.
That's Muncie.
Oh, now we're at Fairfax.
Yeah, back up
Oh,
in
I
Fairfax.
love to watch you in this.
That's Ellen Smith, Alan Chatfield, Colleen Allen,
to him. He remembers everybody's name.
and Michael Wool.
How much older was Ellen than you?
Just about 2 years, but I always felt like she was a lot. But at that age, that is a lot older.
Yeah, it sure is.
Brian
And what's the little
Allen.
girl's name there?
Ellen Smith. Look, there's Tippy, Mom.
Oh, look.
Look at that. There's Dumpy.
We haven't seen Dumpy yet. Yeah, there's Dumpy.
Was that your bike? Or
Yeah,
Louis?
that was Louie's bike.
No, there's Gary Gibbons.
Gary Gibbons.
That's what we were going and I don't know how that picture got in there. That must have been the wrong place. I thought that was where we were swimming.
That's
It may
Jane
have been,
Gibbons.
Mom. These films got all out of order over the years. Dad,
Did
we
they?
spliced them together. Remember, Dad? You spliced a bunch together, and look at
Okay.
Lewis is doing a little dance.
Yeah.
So this is the Gibbons. What was her name?
Jane?
Jane.
Jane and Gary, and then the little
They had
girl.
two
there.
daughters.
Look, Louis wanted to come out of the door. He wanted to think.
There's Jan.
Jan
There's
Gibbons.
They had Jamie and Jane.
Jamie and Jan.
Now, Mom, Dad looked like he had a little thing for Jane.
No, no, Gary had a thing for me. We kind of swapped partners there. Not really. Not really.
Jane Gibbons was a sweet lady, but you know, she didn't have much sex appeal. I'll tell you that.
Did they end up
You know the lady on Laugh In that would hit you with the pocketbook?
Ruth Pussy?
That's Jane.
Uh-oh, here's poor Timmy Moore show again.
Is that Ellen?
That's Ellen, yeah.
Poor Timmy Moore. That couch really's gone through everything. That was
Ma,
one of
you
the
had
first.
that couch redone about 5 times.
We had green velvet one time.
It's sitting in our living room
Right
right,
now.
now.
You know, that's what one of the first things we bought when we got married. Daddy found it at an antique shop covered with junk, and
I didn't pay anything for it, Mike.
he took all the junk off of it, and that was at the bottom.
I
I think
think
I paid
Grandma had a
$40.
similar one.
Yes, but hers was a sofa. This is a love seat.
Yeah. I always remember those carved wood grapes on the top of it.
Yeah.
Look, Ma, you're smoking a cigarette with Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, Mrs. Smith. Yeah, she is. What was her first name?
Dell Smith and
Ellen. They were my best friends up there.
I know we went to Sullivan's Island with them.
Yeah, we did everything together. She and I went to the commissary together. We did everything.
He and I played tennis together.
What's
I don't know what
UUF?
UUF means.
I don't either.
Uff.
Ma, you can't remember Mrs. Smith's first name.
Heck no. Now that's the stairs going up to our house. What was her name? It'll come to me, you know, but right now I can't think of it. Who is that, Dave? Somebody's wife in your family.
This is more family reunion.
No, yeah. That was Mike Spesser's wife.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know who any of these people are. I see
That's
Muncie.
Mike
Mike
Spencer.
Spencer,
Bob Moore,
Bobby Moore,
Muncie,
Everybody's
Muncie.
smoking and drinking.
Bonnie Jean.
and Louis stole a bottle of bourbon. And I invited some people to come in our motel room for some bourbon, and it was gone. Oh Lord! But I got it. We got it back
That's
before
Jim Wiley.
Jim Wiley
Jim Wiley we grew up in Salem.
with the Moore family.
Tony and Jim Wiley.
So he came up to the reunion.
Jim's still alive.
He's about the only one. He was cute.
We had a good time at those family reunions up there in the mountains. It's a shame that
Jim Wiley had polio and he limped one leg.
We did have a good time.
Then we went to the garden party afterwards.
Yeah, that's over at Bonnie Jean's
Bob
house.
Moore,
Mom, I remember I was
Tommy
so
Vest,
bored.
who-
I was bored out of my
Tommy
mind.
Vest was Bonnie Jean's husband.
Bonnie Vest.
There's Bonnie Jean.
Bonnie Jean Vest.
Bobby Moore's sister.
Sister.
And they were Rob and Elizabeth's kids. My father's brother's
Kids.
kids. Tony Moore, my older brother. Bobby
Bobby.
Moore, first cousin. And Bob lives in Fairhope, Alabama today and married to Melanie.
They were up here last summer. There's
That's
me.
it.
You know, they're not so hot, but then again, they're pretty good.